problems we have, and that's why we set up a science journalism training section at the South African National Editors Forum. And that's why we set up the Science Meets the Media in Stellenbosch every year. To get scientists and journalists together to link the world, but it cuts both ways. It's the first thing that journalists are quite often illiterate in science, but scientists are quite often totally illiterate in media communication, which is just as serious a problem, because they're not prepared to talk openly so that journalists can get the facts right. They must make themselves accessible, get out of their ivory towers, make themselves accessible, and it's the only field in journalism where we allow a source to look at the copy again, where they quoted, so that they can control the facts. Did I understand you correctly? Maybe I was not trained in physics or in biology or whatever. You said this, do I interpret it correctly? And the scientist should be available and open to say, okay, yes, but I think you can twist that a little bit without censorship being taken place. It's in the name of accuracy. And that is very important. There's a big movement in America. The greatest science journalists have not been trained in science. And I'm talking about people winning the Aventus Prize. Carl Zimmer is an example. Wrote marvelous books on science. It's about asking the right questions and doing your homework properly. So if let me give you an example. One of my regular assignments to my honors students in journalism is that they have to interview a scientist, and they have to hand it in at the end of August this year. I give it to them at the beginning of the year, so that they can go and find a peer-reviewed scientist, and then they have to interview the scientist. And I tell them, you have to get the CV of the scientist, you have to read their peer-reviewed articles, you have to make their science your own property. And if everything you don't understand, you have to ask that scientist until you get it right. That's the way to do it. But I totally agree with you. I didn't skim over it. I can go on that forever. Because I've been campaigning in South Africa against South African newspaper editors and media editors who are totally neglecting science. There's only 2 newspapers in South Africa having a designated science editor. Mail and Guardian, Business Day. None. People at random are getting assignments. Okay, you don't have to go to court today. Go to that news conference quickly. The Nobel Prize scientist is here. Go and interview him. That's the type of thing they do at the media. So that's why they get it wrong. It comes from the top. The editors are not serious about science that time. They're only serious about environment and about health issues. A little bit about astronomy. The SKA was an example of that. Climate change. That's why I'm... Yeah, but I'm talking about the environment. Environment, you get environmental editors at newspapers. And then they write about the environment from rhino poaching to... It's as broad as field as you can get. It's too diverse. But just the last thing. One of the mistakes journalists often make is they think they can... Let's get a scientist quote. Then they go to a physicist to comment on Hume-Lassel's field. How the hell does a physicist know what's going on in that field? Unless they are specialists in some way or another connected to it. And that is happening all the time. They think, okay, now we've got a scientist's comment, and now it's valid. But it's not applicable. We live in a specialized world where science, even science, is divided into such a lot of specialist fields that they don't know what the others are doing outside their field, unfortunately. To answer your question, it's a very good question. In the whole of Africa, there's only one university teaching science and technology communication. That is Stellenbosch University. Why the hell? Why isn't it taught at leading journalism schools? Why is politics and economics and arts and sports journalism and all those things, where science is, in my view, the most important, most exciting field? It cuts both ways again. Science communication. Our course from the master's program side is called, journalism side, honors side is called science communication, really. It's not science and technology, it's science communication. Because we teach them abroad the whole principles of communicating science. But the idea of the seminars we present or the workshops we present is exactly to put scientists in contact with the media. It's very much based on the ICOS program that the Max Planck Institute in Germany, as part of the European Union's initiative, where they regularly every 2 years brought 12 scientists, 12 journalists from all over Europe into Max Planck's laboratories, working with 12 scientists for 3 months. That interaction, to build that bridge between the two sides of it. It's a difficult question to answer. Science is unfortunately neglected widely in the media, to the detriment of the media, and it leads to this type of quackery like anti-vaccination campaigns and our own president sitting hours in the middle of the night browsing denialist websites on HIV. And if civil society didn't rise up against it, it wouldn't have stopped, most probably. That was the first part of the question. The second part I can't remember exactly.
The role of STF.
Oh yes, I can't. I think you're doing a lot already with the Science Communicator of the Year. Maybe we should have a discussion on it. There are lots of ways to go about it. Presenting seminars to journalists specifically, not only under our official umbrella, but more under your umbrella, because you're the accredited science organization.